I actually am student teaching in a high school right now, and there's a problem. Students have figured out how to get through some of the blocks and get on MySpace during class when they're supposed to be working on their projects. So that's frustrating when you're trying to help them use technology in the classroom.
You can't chat if you're at school. It's not allowed.
Do you know a way to get around that?
Yeah, Web Messenger. I use that one. It works.
You put proxy in, then it says you want to go to MySpace, YouTube, and you just click MySpace, and it goes through.
You go to the site and you enter the address, the URL, and then it somehow bypasses the filter.
You can change the letters in Google for videos and pictures by substituting in different letters, and it brings you to different sites, and it bypasses the filtering.
Well, I wouldn't want him to be stumbling upon anything that I wasn't ready to talk to him about. So in terms of anything sexual or drug related or crime related or anything visual, especially too.
Some websites have it that you could break the code and you can still get on.
But they used to block, because this is a school computer, they used to block it so you can't get on certain websites, but we found a way to go through it anyway.
Web proxies have become a very common thing in the industry. There's quite a few sites out on the internet that just basically specialize in providing means of getting around content filters, and that got to be a very difficult problem for Highland Park School District.
Students are so bright, and the higher they get in the education system, the more they want to challenge us with what they know, with what they can do.
At a very high level, our message is we're gonna stop all the bad stuff from getting into your network, but we're gonna prioritize all the good stuff.
DeepNines got involved in the education space because they realized that there was an opportunity to leverage their security technology to filter access to web proxies, which have always been a problem with typical content filters. They began using the security technology that allows us to do deep packet inspection to look at the entire packet across all ports and protocols, and then understand if that is a proxy connection or not.
DeepNines differs from URL filters in the sense that we're an inline appliance and that we inspect all ports and protocols coming through the network, where a traditional URL filter will sit out of line. Now, I want you to take into consideration that there's over 65,000 different ports that can be utilized on a network and over 255 protocols. Albeit, URL filters are looking at one protocol, TCP, and they're looking at usually one or two ports, port 80 or port 8080, and that's it. So, look at the rest of the ports, they're not being scanned, and this is how the networks are being exploited today, is that they can't actually scan all the traffic coming through the network. A web proxy basically is a circumvention tool. One is most notably known by students and people as anonymous web proxies, where you would go to a website that then would redirect you to the website that you wanted to go to. The downfall to that is that these URLs are dynamic, and so they're never in the same place twice, and thus can't be in the URL filters.
DeepNines makes it a point to look at every packet, every port on every protocol, as well as the entire session to determine what's happening and what the user is trying to do. Most filters don't go that deep, and they're not that comprehensive.
DeepNines, in addition to blocking the content, allows the school to prioritize traffic for those online applications, such as streaming or access to educational websites. We also allow people to prioritize with a particular technology we use called flow tagging, those websites that are questionable, such as YouTube. It is a huge bandwidth hog, and so we knew going in and talking to a lot of our customers that was a pain point for them, and we've developed a flow tagging to allow them to give access to YouTube, but don't allow it to soak up all the bandwidth on the network. The role in the classroom that the internet should play is in enriching the online content so that learning does become more expandable. You can actually now go and research a project rather than having to look through an encyclopedia like I did. You know, you can also access more applications. There's even games that are educational that serve its purpose. That should be the true role. Research, education, being able to expand the educational experience beyond what you can in a textbook.
For Highland Park School District, we're very focused on curriculum in the classroom. So being able to manage bandwidth and make sure it's available for the teachers for the curriculum is very, very important to us.
I really enjoy when I present to a school district that we have a solution not only in internet access, but being able to provide the security for that and in an all-around solution. I believe that DeepNines security that we want to integrate as our service, it's the best.